Hello YouTubers, I'm V from Cape Town, South Africa, and this is my first video. It's taken me over 2 weeks to finally do it because I was so worried about how I would look in front of the camera, whether the black bin bags around my eyes would be very visible. Do I need to touch up on the grays? How is the clarity of the video? Until I heard that little voice say to me, "You do know that God is not impressed on the outer appearance of man or the quality of the video. All He is interested in is the heart of man, that it's filled with love and kindness and gentleness," which brought me back to the reason why I needed to do this video. Luke 6 verse 45 tells us that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So I got to look into so many hearts around the world by the vitriolic reactions they had to messages left on social media by Mark Wahlberg, Pastor Louis Giglio, Tiger Woods, to name but a few. Mark Wahlberg wrote this: "The murder of George Floyd is heartbreaking. You and I need to work together to fix this problem. I am praying for all of us. God bless. Hashtag Black Lives Matter." I thought it was a beautiful message given the death of George Floyd. I did wish he would have hashtagged All Lives Matter, but that's material for another video or discussion. Needless to say, many people agreed that it was a good message, while thousands felt the need to bring up his past. Some called him a racist, once a racist, always a racist. Some even went and dug up articles dated back to 1986 and 1988, copied and pasted it on the news feed with the intent and hope that if you didn't know what Mark did, read it so you can understand why we are filled with such hate and anger towards him. This got me thinking about the Apostle Paul, who was given the Hebrew name at birth of Saul. He became a man of great authority who went about persecuting the Jewish Christians. He was at the forefront when Stephen was stoned to death. Then, on his way to Damascus, he had a meeting with Jesus Christ. From being a persecutor of the innocent, he became an ambassador of peace, preaching the gospel of Jesus and telling the world that Jesus was the Son of God. He is also credited with writing 50% of the New Testament. See the parallels? Paul and Mark Wahlberg, different era, same crime, an encounter with Christ, and a totally changed human being. 1 John chapter 1 verse 9 tells us that if we confess our sins, God is faithful and just to forgive us of our sins and cleanse us of all unrighteousness. Now, if this omniscient and all-powerful God is able to forgive us of our sins and cleanse us, why is it so difficult for man to do the same? Are we so intent on tearing down one another instead of embracing the new good person that we see? These are things that we need to think about, because the message of Christ is one of peace and kindness. And when one reacts like this, it speaks more about your heart than it does about Mark Wahlberg's. So I urge you, let's look into our hearts. Find the hope that Paul gave to people, as well as what Mark gives to so many today, that we can turn our lives around, that we can go about doing good in this world that we find ourselves in right now. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and wait for my next video. Peace.